Hey everyone, Andrew Purdom here. What's going on this morning? Hope everyone's having an amazing Thursday. I cannot believe that it's Thursday already. It feels like this week is just absolutely flying by. And I think one of the core reasons it's flying so fast for me is every single day I wake up and I've got between 5 to 10 sales calls lined up for me. Now, I've not done any form of paid advertising for these sales calls. I've not done any form of email marketing. I've purely done it through building a team and having a team do appointment setting. And that's kind of the theme of today's Facebook and YouTube and Periscope Live. How I'm using automation to both hire employees and to prospect for clients. So right now I've got systems in place where I am using some forms of paid advertising to market my opportunity to be an appointment setter for my firm. And then what's happening is it's getting people interested. And I built out a webinar sequence that I've tweaked probably once or twice a week for the last 4 months. And it gets a little bit better every time that I do it. But that webinar, it follows very similar to Russell Brunson's perfect webinar formula. It's not exactly on the dot. I followed a lot of different models, and now I think I found one that consistently converts. But I've got that going out to people, and then they fill out an application. And then once they fill out an application, I've got a system that's going to scan for specific elements, and those elements are going to identify, okay, did they take time to fill this out? Does it look like it's actually a human person? And if yes, then it automatically approves them. And 5 or 6 hours later, it sends out a welcome email and a follow-up email, and then puts them into this group. And then this group is where I actually interact with them. So I've got these systems in place that will automatically bring these appointment setters into the business. And then every week we just pay them once they book appointments and I show up. So using that alone, I mean, I wish I could screen share. I don't think there's a way to screen share with the system, but I've gotten pretty incredible results. Now, it took a long time to get here. This didn't happen overnight. I've spent the last 4 months working on this and building this out, but I'm finally consistently getting appointments. Yesterday, I had, let me see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 appointments. And these appointment setters themselves are delegated. So I'm not doing any cold calling anymore. I have my team going out and doing it for me. And the beauty about this is I just show up, I say, hey, so here's who we are, this is what we're about. Would you be interested in learning more? And if they say yes, they go on to a demo call. And that demo call is where we actually have the slides and we go through the sales process. So because of that, I just show up with people who have already expressed interest. I've got my appointment setters doing a lot of the cold calling, and I view them as kind of a traffic source, if you will, and then I can have them set up that domino and I can just go and knock it down. Not because it is cold calling and because these people haven't heard of me before. I have to work a lot harder than if I were putting out a paid ad, but I've got a lot of calls, so that volume makes up for some of that lower quality of individual. And of course, you're always going to get people who, for whatever reason, they're just not interested, or they have some specific objection that they just refuse to let go of. But overall, the system seems to be working pretty well. So that's kind of what I'm doing for hiring people to work with me and getting them to book appointments. So that's it, guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.